Hello and welcome. In the world of modern hospitality, there are two skills that are absolutely essential for success, but they're often misunderstood. So today we're going to demystify the art of hospitality sales. We'll be focusing on the ethical and, most importantly, the effective ways to truly enhance the guest experience.
Now, this explainer is designed specifically for you, students on your professional journey, like everyone at Europe Hotel School. We're going to zero in on practical knowledge, the kind of stuff you can actually apply directly in real-world hotel operations. It's all about bridging that gap between what you learn in a book and what you do on the floor.
So, here's our game plan. First up, we're going to talk about getting into the right mindset. Then, we'll define the two core techniques. After that, we'll dive into the pillars that make it all work successfully. And finally, we'll connect it all back to how this drives sustainable growth for the business.
All right, let's get right into it. Before we even touch on the how-to, we have to talk about a really fundamental shift in your mindset. We're moving away from this old-school idea of just making a sale. Instead, we're going to focus on what really matters, and that is enhancing the guest's experience.
And that brings us to what I think is the single most important principle to remember. Relevance creates acceptance. Think about it. Guests are totally open to your suggestions, but there's a catch, right? They're only open to them when those suggestions genuinely improve their stay or solve a problem they have. It's a huge shift from pushing a product to actually offering a true solution.
Okay, so with that foundation in mind, let's break down the two key techniques you're going to master. Now, even though they both aim to increase value for the guest and the hotel, they actually work in very different ways.
Here's the easiest way to think about it. Cross-selling is all about adding to the experience. You're offering something that complements what they've already chosen. Upselling, on the other hand, is about elevating the experience. You're not just offering more stuff. You're guiding the guest toward a superior option that actually better fits what they wanted in the first place. You're helping them make a better choice for themselves.
So, what does this actually look like day to day? Well, let's say a guest has booked a room. A good cross-sell isn't just some random offer. It's about suggesting a dinner reservation at your amazing restaurant, or maybe offering a spa package because you know they've had a long flight, or even just arranging their airport transportation to make things seamless. See? These aren't just extra costs. They're real, valuable improvements to their stay.
And what about upselling? Well, that's all about listening for clues. Did the guest mention how much they love a great view? Perfect. Suggesting an upgrade to a suite with a balcony isn't just a sale. It's you directly responding to what they told you they want. Or what if they're celebrating an anniversary? Offering a special package with exclusive amenities isn't just an add-on. It enhances the entire reason they chose your hotel in the first place.
Okay, so knowing the definitions is one thing. That's the easy part. But actually doing this effectively, that takes real skill and, honestly, a lot of emotional intelligence. So let's move from the what to the how and talk about the three human elements that are just absolutely critical for success.
Right, these are your three pillars, and you have to remember they all work together. First, you've got to master the timing. Make an offer at the wrong moment, and it just falls flat. Second, you have to build unshakable trust. Without it, even the best suggestion will sound like a sales pitch. And third, you have to personalize every single offer. A generic offer feels cold and transactional, but one that's tailored just for them, that shows you are actually listening and that you genuinely care.
And I really want to pause on this one, because trust, well, it's everything, honestly. Guests will only accept your recommendations when they truly believe you're acting in their best interest, not just trying to hit some revenue target. And that kind of trust, it has to be earned. It's built on honesty, on consistency, and on a genuine, unwavering focus on their satisfaction.
This all leads to what we call ethical selling. And really, it comes down to one simple, non-negotiable rule. If the offer doesn't genuinely benefit the guest, you just don't make it, period. Following this one principle protects your most valuable asset, that guest's trust. It strengthens your credibility and builds the foundation for a real, long-term relationship. So the big question is, how does all this guest-focused stuff actually impact the bottom line? Let's connect the dots now and look at the long-term health of the hotel. Because, as you'll see, this isn't just about making one guest happy on one stay. It's about building a truly resilient and successful business.
And here's the business case in black and white. It's incredibly clear. Just look at the huge difference in cost. The money and effort it takes to acquire a brand new guest, it's so much higher than the cost of enhancing the stay for a guest who already knows and trusts you.
So focusing on your existing guests isn't just good service. It's just smart, efficient business.
And this really drives home the need for a long-term strategy. Anyone can use aggressive tactics to boost revenue for a day or a week, but that stuff, it destroys trust and can damage that guest relationship forever. True, sustainable growth is always found in the balance between hitting your revenue goals and maintaining an absolutely unwavering dedication to guest satisfaction.
So, as we start to wrap this up, these are the key takeaways I really want you to carry with you. First, shift your thinking from selling to enhancing. It's all about the guest experience. Second, master those 3 pillars: timing, trust, and personalization. Third, commit to ethical selling to build that long-term loyalty. And finally, change how you see yourself. You're not just a salesperson, you're a guest advocate. You're an experience architect.
So, I'm going to leave you with a final thought, a question to really think about. Every single guest interaction is an opportunity. You can treat it as a simple one-off transaction, or you can use your skills, your empathy, and your integrity to start building a real, lasting relationship. The choice is always yours, and believe me, that choice will define your entire career in this incredible industry. Thank you.